Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Sarah Kress.
A look out at radar, we're still tracking out some rain. Most of that's still mainly into Siskiyou County currently, and we're seeing some showers over east side starting to work its way up into our west side valleys, but we're dealing with a bit of moisture that is going to make its way along the coast and settle there throughout the rest of your day. So those high temperatures still going to be feeling rather cool for us today, but it's very typical for this time of year across the region. 50s across the board, lower 50s east side. We'll see temperatures top out into the 60s along the coast. Overnight tonight, not quite as chilly as what we were dealing with last week. We'll see upper 40s into our west side valleys. Areas east side will be into the lower 40s, a few areas dipping into the 30s, 40s to Northern California, and 50s for us along the coast. Now, we're in for an active period of weather starting today and continuing through the rest of our week. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next few days out on Stormcast. Like I mentioned, we're already seeing that moisture work its way in. Rain will start to be coming down along the coast. So switch over into the afternoon. We'll get maybe a little bit of lull in activity later this evening areas inland, but not for long, because as we see this front work its way in, pushes rain in along with it. It is going to get a bit heavier into western Siskiyou County, into the Mount Shasta area overnight tonight. By tomorrow morning, it's going to be a wet start to our day for most of us across the region, and that'll continue throughout your Wednesday. Now, there will be a very short break early into your Thursday, but then that next system works its way in. We're dealing with another atmospheric river, and our Thursday is going to be very wet. But one thing you might notice about a lot of these systems is we're not seeing blue really mixed into it. Our snow levels are going to stay on the higher side. Where we can see the accumulation is mainly going to be elevations above 6,000 feet, because those levels remain between 8,000 to 6,000 over the next few days. So we're not going to be expecting huge winter impacts. But I am taking a look out at Talent right now, because we talked a lot about the rain. But one of those big issues we'll be dealing with at least today and into tomorrow is going to be those wind gusts. Our camera and Talent is shaking just a little bit. Here's a look at where we can expect those peak gusts across the region. So no matter where you are, we're going to be dealing with these strong wind gusts. With that being said, we have seen some upgrades to our wind advisories in the Klamath Basin, now sitting at a high wind warning where those gusts could be up to 60 miles per hour. Still dealing with a wind advisory to Jackson and Josephine Curry counties, especially if you are along I-5 from Ashland to Medford. We'll be seeing some gustier winds there. Just be cautious. We could have some power outages tonight. Also could be dealing with downed tree branches with this. Now let's go ahead and take a look at your 7 days, because we aren't done, like I mentioned, with that wet weather yet, but we do have some nicer weather in track for your weekend. Over into Northern California now, we'll see windy conditions even into your Thursday a bit. Showers wrap up earlier into your Friday. The second half of our Friday is looking like it is going to be on the drier side. Over into the Klamath Basin, we have the chance for showers early into your Friday. The weekend looks rather dry. Like I mentioned, snow levels remain high. Not going to expect to see any major winter impacts over the next 7 days along the mountains. And finally, back over into the Rogue Valley. Rain will continue to be likely through your Wednesday and your Thursday, wrapping up early on Friday, and a dry weekend ahead with mild temperatures.